Hi, it's Micah. Today we're going to jump into the Muse Tarot. It came in this, cardboard box with a nice stuffing, decent for the environment, with just a printout of my order. I'm going to link this below. This is her Instagram that shows other artwork that she's working on that I am a total fan of. All right, so the box. It's by Carrie Krogstad. It doesn't have thumb holes, but there's a gap. So it's easy. Has a nice feel to it. So there's 79 cards. You get a Tree Your Life card. It is RWS based. And each card lists the elemental and astrological symbols, Hebrew letters. There's a lot, okay? So I'm going to have to do more than one video on this deck. The guidebook looks small, but you guys, let's see. Where do I want to begin with this? All right. Each card description includes light and shadow, introspections, as opposed to the reversals, which can be used interchangeably, inspired by the law of duality, two sides of every coin, light cannot exist without the dark, ability to see a potential warning or blind spot in any of the good cards, as well as the silver lining in any of the not so good cards, like the devil. All the majors contain symbolism of its elemental zodiacal. Whoa, we got it. Or planetary correspondence with the path represented by the Hebrew letter. There's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, 22 paths on the tree, which connects the Sephira, the spheres, to one another. The court cards list the elementals, zodiac signs, and the minors contain their astrological deacons and the node or Sephira to which it belongs. So there's a lot, okay? There's a lot. What else do I have? I just like ripped off little pages of my, this thing to make bookmarks. What did I want to put out here? Okay, so I reordered the deck just because it's easier for me to do a walkthrough that way. But they really break down all the numerology, which area of life is being affected, the stage of the development, guide to numbers, planets. So yeah, look at all this. Like, there's a lot. So here's an example of the astrological decans for the minors and like the light, shadow, and card meaning. She did a lot of research, and then, so here it goes into, well, I think the quartz might be listed at the end. That's the way the deck was ordered. So here's a little blurb about the King of Pentacles, and it explains the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, and it comes with this extra card, right? So I'm going to have to read this book and dive into it, but I wanted to make this a big feature in the video because a lot of decks don't have this, right? Like your average, I thought this was just going to be a RWS clone, So I am quite surprised, happily surprised, because everybody should keep learning. Certificate of Authenticity, and here's what the backs look like. So the only thing that makes them not reversible is this star, but it's so faint, you have to really look at it. Okay. So, here we go. We got the Jacqueline and Boaz towers and all that stuff. This is the extra card. All right. So we got the Hebrew letter, the elemental. So a lot of the imagery is like black and white with color added. Look how pretty this is. We got the dove. The font's fun too. I don't think it's distracting. The magician, we got all the tools there. So you guys are probably going to notice a lot of things that I do not. I scanned through the cards when I was putting them back in order, but I haven't really got to look at them yet. We got camels. I love that. I don't know. With the textures, it looks like you could touch the fabric. It's beautiful. And the expressions are really good. What's this? What is that? Is that a little house? The Emperor. Sorry, I'm not like talking a whole lot. I've had a rough past few days, but I really wanted to get this video made. All right, the Hierophant. Look at that beautiful architecture. I like that these two figures are cloaked because they're the subjects, right? They're not supposed to be important. Like he's the focus, and that's kind of a little bit of the shadow of the Hierophant card, right? That you matter less when somebody is on a pedestal. The Lovers. I love that blue snake. I like my snakies. Interesting that we got the crossed out eyes on that. Like maybe that's an ex-lover and you're like, nope. Look at this beautiful angel. I love the red wings. This is awesome. All right, the Chariot. It's cool that she actually used like stone pictures of the Sphinx. We got like Medusa on the front of the Chariot. Really cool. I love the color saturation. We got a lot of yellow, and I like it. I like the yellow. All right, look at that cobra going on. Got the infinity. Looks like the sun. That lion, so in a lot of decks in the strength card, they make the lion look really like passive and calm. Like in the Moonchild, it's like, I don't know, like it's about to take a nap, right? But this one definitely looks more fierce and protective, and you can see like scars on its face. Like it's been through some shit. Respect. And isn't that how you build strength, is overcoming challenges? If you haven't had a challenging life, I mean, you could still be strong, but character building. The Hermit. Cool rod. I like that this card is very like monotone because it's taking the focus away from the ego and changing it to the focus on enlightenment and the path that you're on. So the wheel. So we got all the decans. These two have books. Do they all have books in normal RWS? I don't know. We got a palmistry hand, like my gift I got from a friend. All right. It still says Torah on it. Hebrew letters. We got a little Egyptian guy there, a snake. Yeah, so, is it Anubis? I don't know. I might be wrong. But yeah, typically there's what, like, him as, like, a red dog cartoon, like, below the wheel. And then there's a snake. I didn't feel the need to pull out my RWS deck to compare it with this. You can let me know if you want me to. Justice. Oh, I love this color. She's very poised and regal. Yeah. It's so pretty. The Hanged Man. Blindfolded. It's cool that, like, in the sky we have these glints of gold. Speaking of gold, just so you know, it is the gold glitter gilding, but it does not stick at all. It is very nice and smooth and not sharp. Eh. Oh, I didn't see this card yet, the death card. So we got the praying hands with the rosary. We got a scorpion for transformation. This is really cool. Huge red feather. Got the scythe. Got the pillars in the background. Got some water. Wow. Yeah, I was disappointed that there was no walkthroughs on this, and I talked to the creator and I was like, I need to get you some publicity. I'm not famous. I'm not, you know, anything special, but this deck is definitely special. I love the rainbow instead of just the water. It makes it less boring. And we got those red angel wings again. Add some extra pop. And the use of fabric. I'm trying to beg her to make an oracle deck out of the new art that she has. She has some astrology cards. Check out her Instagram. So the devil, interesting. So they're chained, sexy women here. Like an eye, like a hint of knowledge. The lion kind of makes me feel like you're withholding your strength. You know, you're not brave enough to open the door and either step into a better future, or maybe you're locked away in that now. And this goat looks like we got some like bat wings on the background. So when I have like the traditional Baphomet art, I like the pentagram to be up, right? But in the devil card, it should be reversed, and it is. So I agree, because that's putting the material realm as the focus instead of your higher self. Great use of color. All right, tower. Got the lightning, them falling. It's funny, see a guy in a suit. Got the big old crown. I like the architecture she chose too. I do not know building names. Don't laugh at me. The star. So I glanced briefly that the peacock, it's a picture, I believe, that she took of a peacock that was hanging out with her during the creation of this deck. I assume it's like a pet or something, or it lives on the property. Got some geometry. So yeah, correct with the one on the land, one in the water. And like she's not super crazy skinny, right? You know, she's a little thick, and that's great, you know. I know the deck's like the regular, so this is, don't get confused. This is the meta Muse, right? But for example, the Muse tarot deck is very body perfect, right? So the moon, we got our crawfish, lobster guy, dog and the wolf. Got our little Hebrew letters. And the face and the moon. And the pillars. And the path. And the mountains. All the things. All the things that should be in the card. Okay. So, it's not a baby. It's a little girl, which, if I have a preference, I think little girls are cuter. I don't have children, so I just go by how it makes me feel. Yeah. So she has the same feather in her hair as like the death card, which is really interesting. Beautiful movement in that flag. I did see this card. This is really cool. So the Judgment, they look pretty happy about it. Interesting that some are clothed and some are naked, right? We got the red wings again. And look at that face. It's almost like the angel maybe feels bad for like some of the souls that aren't going to make it. Does that make sense? I see empathy. Yeah. All right, the world. We got all our decans again. I believe that's the correct word to use. Beautiful. Really cool. All right, the Ace of Wands. Nice old architecture. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like almost like an oil spill rainbow in the sky. It's nice pastel. And that's a cool wand. I don't know what type of wood that's representing, but it's cool. And is it just me or is he giving a thumbs up? And that makes me happy. That's definitely like a yes card, right? All right. The Two of Wands. She got the world. She's looking out. The Three, the ship's on the water. She looks more contemplative, right? This one, she's more like, I think, happy about the possibilities, and this one's like, is it going to happen? Is it going to come? It seems like there's a lot of thought chosen for each of the cards. So the Four, we got other people in the background, like they're almost cheering these two on. It does give me that wedding vibe, right? Cool rug. So the Five. Interesting that we got Saturn in the background. I'm sure that's done on purpose. Imagine if you just like walked into a field and seen these ladies like whacking each other with sticks. Oh, tarot's funny. All right, the Six. Beautiful. Once again, like all the use of the fabrics really brings it to life. And all this detail, like my phone keeps saying, move back to improve focus. And I'm like, no, give me all it. I want to see. I would film this in 4K, but I feel like it would take like 4 days to upload. All right, we got the Seven. She looks pretty confident. She kind of has that bring it on, bitch. That's like a spaceship. I think. And she's like on the top of a temple. I really need to read the book. Might take me a while. We got the Eight. Usually there's no, a lot of decks don't have like foliage on the wands in the Eight, right? But I like that it does because it kind of hints to growth. So the Nine. Garden, what's yours? 10, we got that burden. So it does look like we have male figures in this deck too. It's interesting. That gives me like the Wild West. Like that looks like an old train vibes, right? A lot of the art's really, it's dated, but in a good way. It's like classically timeless. I don't know what era this clothing would be, but if you have a new deck with modern clothing, it becomes out of date in a way, right? Like if you had a deck from the 90s and they had parachute pants, it would, you know, does that make sense? Okay, anyway, I'm distracting myself. So we got princesses instead of the page. I love that there's a Sacred Heart. I've been looking for more jewelry. I have a set of earrings. We got a salamander. We got these tigers in the background that are beautiful. We got the fire. And she's holding the wand. I really like that card. And we have the prince instead of knight. Look at him go. And so we have this winged lion here that reminds me of the Lovers and the Two of Cups. It's often in that. So, and the Courts, they have the element for um, the type of card, like King, Queen, whatever, and then like the Fire for the Suit of Wands. Really cool. We got like griffins on the horse. Yeah. All right, the Queen. Interesting. They put a Sphinx statue instead of a cat. I'm not gonna lie, I like my cats, but it's a cool take. We got these beautiful salamanders in the sky. That's really cool. Look at this foot. She definitely looks regal. Oh, and there's like the floor is like a tiger rug. All right, the King. We got the salamanders again. We got the red cloak, and we got that big lion in the background. It looks like the constellation maybe for Leo. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but that's what it's representing. I can't make out what these are in the background. I think it's just a pattern. All right, cups. We got the dove and the wafer. We got that iridescent like oil spill sky again. And the lilies. All right. So yeah, we got the two cups with the lion with the wings in the background. She looks kind of happy, but a little unsure at the same time. I don't know. I think this could be a very good like storytelling deck. Like the cards are so emotive that I don't know. You can really place yourself in. And we got some diversity. You go, girls. We got the pumpkins. So the bounty. Yeah. All right, the 4. She's like, no. No, I don't want it. All right, the 5. Got the spill. Really interesting sky. I'm assuming that the sky's grayscale to show that heaviness of the heart, right? Castle in the background, on the bridge. So, yeah, she can leave this spot of, well, first, turn around, realize what you have, and then leave that shit. Like, walk over that bridge of emotions, leave it behind, and, like, start again or go home. Go home. Play with your kitties. All right, where are we at? Six of Cups. So we got some flowers in the cups up here in the window, and these 2 down here, and that is very cute. That is cute. I approve. All right, we got the 7. Sneaky. Sneaky. At first I thought it was an octopus tentacle, then I was like, no. Well, I mean, no, it's a snake. Go ahead. Yeah, cool depiction. I like it. The 8. So, several times I've noticed eclipses in the 8. And now that I think of it, in the RWS, I guess it is, right? There's like the sun with like the moon. But it's so cartoony in the RWS that I don't know, I never really took it that way. But yeah, so we still do have all this info on these cards. All right. The 9. Love this use of fabric. The glittery gold up here. The 10. Little House on the Prairie vibe. All right. So we got like dolphins or something in the background. We have a turtle, which is interesting for the Princess of Cups. She looks very happy. We got some geese or swans or something in the background. She got fishy. I'm not going to try to guess. It's shaped like a sunfish, but I don't think that's what it is. But yeah, really pretty. I think, is that a lotus? I don't know my botanicals. All right, the Prince of Cups. So interesting. We have the Griffins again. I wasn't sure if that was going to change. We got this huge eagle in the sky, and it's interesting that there's an eagle and a scorpion for cups. Some things I feel like I don't know enough about to have an opinion on. So the Queen, we have this beautiful crane here. We got her huge cup. Big crown, starry sky. I'm not sure if I would say that she's happy, but from what I understand about the Queen of Cups, if you're carrying the emotional burden of other people, a lot of times it leaves you not so satisfied. I mean, you can get great, emotional satisfaction of helping others, but sometimes, it's kind of a negative. And she does say that there's light and shadow in every card, right? So I don't think she would mind me reading it that way. King of Cups, we got a ship out at sea. He has a mega cup. And we got this cool, drawn peacock in the background. And I like that he's looking up to the sky. Or, I don't know. Like he's toasting to his kingdom. Or to his deity. Alright, Ace of Swords. See, this hand is very firm to me. And I like that. That makes sense. The 2. Very pretty. Yeah. The 3. Very traditional, but cute. I like that it's just like some little tears. Like it's not overly graphic. We know what it is. Personal preference though, if she would have made this a Sacred Heart, I would have died because I think they're beautiful and I'm obsessed. Alright, the 4 of Swords. So we don't usually see naked people. We usually see someone that didn't even take the time to take off their armor because they're so exhausted that they just kind of collapse into the deep rest. I really like that this is more of a modern take in my opinion. Like they went to a monastery or something instead of a tomb. They're like resting in a church or I don't know. I like it. All right. The 5 of Swords. I kind of like that they're all in like rich people clothing. He kind of he doesn't look like Donald Trump, but he kind of reminds me of him. Like he's like, "Aha, like this is mine and like all you guys suck and you have to walk away in defeat." And it's a very like cutthroat corporate world a lot of the time. People aren't nice when it comes to money. Like they want to win, they want to be on top, and it's crappy. So the 6. Interesting that this card is very like sepia toned. And we have the ferryman, and the person that's in the boat is quite shadowed. Maybe that's so you can more so interpret it as whatever situation's going on for you personally. So the 7. Interesting. They're balancing on a bottle at a circus. And they have some, but not all of them. Maybe this is the distraction and illusion to be sneaky in somebody's face. Like if I perform this elaborate trick, you won't notice me stealing your wallet. That's really, really cool. I'm surprised. All right, the 8, pretty traditional. All bound up. Loosely bound, I should say. The 9. She's like, I spilt my wine. I am so stressed out. Oh, I have a bedspread. Not exactly the same, but similar vibes. So she's not happy. She's stressed. She's kind of like looking up, like, how am I going to fix this? I just spilt wine on my damn rug. No, I get it though. It's a good card. All right, the 10. Interesting. I've never seen somebody stabbed in the face be so calm and beautiful. I mean, beautiful body. It's almost like it's acceptance. She's like, this happened. I'm going to absorb it, rest on it, and then get up. Because she doesn't look defeated. She looks accepting. Yo, do you see my pile of mess right here? Oh god. Alright, Princess of Swords. Very Egyptian thing going on. I'm not sure if that's a scale, but like smoke's coming out. We got a very air sign etching in the background. She looks a little uncertain. But I mean, the page is supposed to be in that initial stage, right? All right, Prince of Swords, aka the Knight. Wow, this is so pretty. Definitely movement, charging forward. Let's see if I can see what's on the horse. I can't make it out. Yeah. Yay, movement. All right, Queen of Swords. Interesting. So we got these cherubs like playing with butterflies. I'm not sure if she looks happy or annoyed, but yeah, I can work with that. King of Swords. Very like Hermes, right? Am I guessing that right? Got this like swan on his shield. Alright, Ace, very traditional. The 2. So I like that this is also a snake. So technically she's kind of on one foot. We got those ships in the background. I like how they're just like barely on the top of the water, you know? The 3. She is looking right at you. Like she's you know when you look at somebody and you're like, oh my god, please help me, I cannot stand these people. I kind of get that vibe, but I like when cards spark some response because it makes you think about it. Like if I pulled this card, I'd be like, what are my feelings with my coworkers right now? How do I feel about the amount of work they're doing compared to the amount of work I'm doing? Things like that. All right, the 4. I don't know where this is, but we got a smokestack. I feel bad for pollution. Well, I don't know. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, they're protecting what's theirs. So the 5, left out in the cold. I feel that. It almost doesn't seem like rags to me. It almost seems like somebody had a lot and maybe even losing some of that. Like she's not like selling her nice things, you know? I don't know. It almost feels like the inability to adapt to possible like status change almost. And this stained glass window is gorgeous. I love the rainbow. I love how monotone this is in comparison of like, there's always help. Yeah. And I almost feel like you could read the level of lack, right? Like, yes, this person has crutches, but are they in rags or are they in finery? Does this person actually have less and isn't announcing it in such a way? They're just more so accepting in their lack. And I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just saying what comes to mind. All right, the 6. So we got the scales, we got the giving. This person getting, this person not receiving yet, maybe never. 7, we got the growth. She's so cute. The 8, the hard work. He looks focused. Definitely gives me that vibe of that you can get bored in repetition. Like, how many times is he going to do this until he puts it down as like, you know what, I just can't do the same thing anymore. I feel that. All right. Got the 9, so she has her bird. Looks like a falcon or something. I like that she looks happy. Oh, and we have the grapes too. But she doesn't look like conceited. If you can get that from like a facial expression, like she doesn't look like, oh, I'm better than you. The 10, so we got the dogs, we got a child, we got the older man, and we got the, you know, adult couple sipping on their bubbly. Oh, look at this. The princess. All right, we're getting up in this card. Interesting one. I want horns like that. Oh, I love it. I really like that card. All right, the prince. So he's on like a type of cow. So he's not in armor like the other ones are, which I think kind of makes sense because if he's more so plowing the field compared to jumping into battle. I don't know if you can hear it. It's really starting to rain. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Really pretty. We got these goats drawn in the background. We have, you know, the flowers like the RWS. We got the grapes. What else do we got here? Yeah. Once again, I love the use of the different fabrics. It really adds texture to the cards. Oh, it's the last one already. All right, we got the king. So he's a little chunky, which is great, you know. We shouldn't be embarrassed of our bodies. Like, to an extent, we should accept it. You know, they belong to us. I am going to fix this, and then I'll shuffle. I almost decided not to shuffle because I think I want to read this deck in order, but I will shuffle for you, okay? Shuffling for the YouTube. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it shuffles fine. I wouldn't say it feels necessarily stiff. It feels sturdy, but it doesn't feel cardboardy or anything like that. Like, they're fine. And, you know, let me pull a card and, oh, okay, the Magician. And read from the book on that. All right, so, the Magician. Okay, please do not pick on me about pronunciation. I do not know the things. So, the Magician, the Hebrew letter, it looks like Beth. The path is the Crether or crown, correspondence Mercury. The light or upright, typically. Experienced, resourceful, empowered, aligning, will and action. Persuasive, skillful, prepared, planning. Intention setting, suave, passionate, communicative, reality creator. All right, in the shadow, we got manipulative, trickster, ill intentions, poorly executed, playing with fire. And then the card meaning, taking responsibility and realizing you have all the tools you need to accomplish your goals. Intention setting is the first step to making magic happen. And the second step is action. The magician is a masculine air energy, taking initiative and using the skill of manifestation to accomplish goals in the earthly realm. Realizing you are capable, skilled, and believe in yourself enough to make a plan, execute it, and bear the fruit of a win or learning experience. So that's a good point right there. You might not always achieve your goal, but you'll learn regardless. The magician has electricity running through his fingertips, turning ideas into a tangible reality by using the 4 tools at his disposal. In addition to all the lead, the magician, or is it lead? It's probably lead. Yes, turning lead into gold. Sorry, alchemizing into gold. He still makes time to take care of the little mundane details. All right, so I'm not the best reader. Thank you for watching. Give me some comments. I will leave info for the creator below. And yeah, check her out on Instagram, please. Have a great day.